Right, we're live. Welcome back to another episode of everyone's favorite podcast, Beyond the Process podcast. We've got a very special guest, obviously, Mr. Megaton, who was just on Inside the Process as well. So, how are you, Mr. Megaton?
I'm good. How are you boys doing?
Good, thank you. Good, thank
And
you. Me and Leo are actually coming down to your ends on Friday, mate. We're training at
Oh
Ultra
yeah.
Fits. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, sick.
yeah.
Fuck, I'm resting.
Damn.
I'll
Just
still come down because it's like
yeah,
a
come
20
in.
minute drive. Yeah.
Brothers.
Why am I
Yes.
resting? Jeez. Yeah. I'll come down. I've got Nish on anyway.
Good man. So that's what we've also got planned this weekend. We've got the Natural Physique Meetup number three.
Um, yeah, I think so because we had the first one in Derby last year. Then we had the
Yes.
the Gashby one.
Mm.
And then I don't think we had one after that, did we?
That's the last one.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I wasn't at that one, was I? I was in prep.
That was
Nah,
mental.
everyone's locked in after that, man.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, yeah.
I think that was a turning point for fucking everyone. That night out in what was the club called again? Faro?
Is
No.
this is this the night out that Lewis got the stupid photo of Finn?
No, no,
That was the
no,
first
that
one.
was
That was the first
Derby.
one. When he looks like a literal child. Like he
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
like
Yeah,
he's
that was
12.
Like
bad.
you've got another one with Finn on this night, but no, this was the one where Lewis got chucked out when the place.
Oh.
Myself.
We
We
were
are
at
so
the
beyond the process. We are
oh
so beyond the
mate, we were at
process.
the photo booth and we all got on and there was like a metal cage on the top of it. All of a sudden we've managed to fit 10 people in this photo booth. If we've come out, he's ripped it off of the thing. Then all of a sudden he's get taken out the front and we're like, oh fuck's sake. Did you go with him, Leo?
No, no, no. I think it was Matt.
Someone went with him and then
It's
all of a
called-
sudden he came back in, he was like, oh yeah, I just had to pay a £50 fine. It's all right, though, guys. It was a fucking
Oh, that
messy one.
guy, man.
Was that the one where they got an in-person posing call with Butcher in the toilet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, in the toilet, yeah. Oh.
Jesus, man.
I
That
feel like
night.
I was there when I wasn't even there, mate. I've just seen so many videos from that night.
Both nights in the natural eat me ups have been really good, but I think this one's going to be a bit quieter.
Mate, no
Yeah.
one's doing anything, I don't think.
Are we doing like going out for like
I
something
assume
sick or whatever?
it'll have like a meal or something afterwards or something, but like both other times we've went out to fucking spoons and then a club afterwards. Like
Yeah.
I doubt we're gonna be on the dance floor again. Do you know
Actually,
what I mean?
I've got a dinner next weekend. You know, Cy Ferry, he opened like his own
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
going there?
Yeah, I'm going there. Have they been there? Obviously, we're
I've
only
been,
you
um,
been? Any good?
yeah, yeah, it's good. I just got like a half pizza, half pasta.
Oh, that's what I'm getting. That's my favorite all time, mate.
I
Oh,
got
What do you mean?
pepperoni and a
Half, what do you mean?
carbonara.
What do you mean? Just as like a
half.
plate with half pizza and
Yeah,
the
so
other
the
half just
person,
pasta?
yeah, the person you go with, like, you'll need to agree on what you're having, and
Yeah,
then you just
yeah,
put it in.
mate. That is literally like if someone asks me the best off one, that is the best off one.
You said Italian, yeah. I had a Five
Yeah,
Guys on Thursday,
I
mate.
saw that. I saw that, mate. I'm
Oh,
milkshake and everything, mate. Just
oh,
flashed
mate,
out.
Fucking hell,
that
spilt.
cinnamon bun
I know,
milkshake.
mate.
It's
Your
what,
insulin must be fucking in the gutter, mate.
mate, I
Freaking
dropped point
crazy.
two the next day. Shove it up you. Near enough.
Bears.
And I went
What
home
was
and
it? Was it a
told them,
cinnamon milkshake, wasn't it?
yeah, it was a cinnamon
Yeah.
bun milkshake. It's only like limited edition. So I was like,
What, from Five Guys?
you know how long it's out for?
Yeah.
What? You know how long it's out for? Oh,
What
it's gone in 2 days, Leo. You need to
Oh
order
fuck.
tomorrow. Oh, I need to after this. Nah, Finley actually popped up to it and said, when I come over, like April time, I'm probably gonna come over. We need to get a Five Guys. And I said, I'm so down.
What
here?
Scotland?
Yeah,
Scotland?
when I go to Scotland.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you coming down for? What's in April? Just why
And
not?
just have a look at Finley because he'll have wrapped up his diet by then. And then we've talked about this. Like, I want to see a show over in Scotland, but the selection's shite.
What
I mean,
about PCA?
there's literally no shows. Like there's only PCA shows.
If there's a PCA, there'll probably be one freak out of
That
loads. I
that no,
wouldn't
that
mind.
one will be a good one. That's for pro qualifiers, I'm pretty sure. You can win your
Yeah.
PCA Pro card at the Scotland one.
There
But
was
then I'd
a
also like to do the day out in Edinburgh. I'll force Leo to drive
yes.
to Edinburgh and
You
then
can go Ibrox as well.
What
We'll line up with a Rangers game.
yeah, Naga.
There was the two bros in Scotland last year, which like Connor Launder competed
What's that?
against what's his name in the overall
guy from our
Chris
gym or our
Chris
old
McCann.
gym, Chris
Chris McCann.
McCann, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's a pretty good standard of a show in general. Like, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
That was one that looked
I,
like it's in like a school hall, wasn't it?
Yeah, the
yeah, like,
Yeah.
NPC shows are fucking random,
Yeah, they're all
random
like that.
locations.
yeah.
Have you ever seen Myron Max post his stage shots from his last season?
No.
When did you last compete?
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
2023, and it is literally like something like worse than a school nativity. It looks like
Mega.
it's just been set up in like a school hall, sports hall.
I
To
get
be
told that
fair,
they done one outside at some like in a fucking school field or something like that. I think
okay,
Josh was
was
yeah.
saying some shit like that, but I've got
was
the
that during the lockdown days though? Because they did shows during lockdown, but it was like just in a field.
yeah, it might have been that then. It might have been that. But I don't mate, the one show that they've not announced where the location is the one that I'm doing. And I genuinely reckon I'll be in some primary school.
Yeah, if they've not announced it, that means it's not been organised. It's going to be last minute. Like,
Yeah, it's one of the sooner ones as well, so
yeah. To be
oh,
fair, even like top shows, like the top IFBB shows in America, like some of them still look a bit gyro, like
yeah.
the stages and stuff, which
Here,
is
would
just
you go to a pro show this year?
yeah. I want to like
Mm.
go overseas
I
and like
I'd like to do like a city break sort of one, so like
yeah.
something in Italy,
Go for the
What's the
trip.
one in
maybe
Germany?
a bit
Evo or something?
Evo.
I feel like Prague would be a really good one, but like that's like obviously
I've
you've been to
already been
Prague
to
as well.
Prague.
Yeah. But like I feel like that's just like a really good show as well. There's always like
Now that
Yeah.
people are
It's
starting
always
to do
good
it.
because like post Olympia as well. So it's like
yeah.
it's always good how it be like a good standard.
Yeah, but
And if
I want to do that nature. Obviously, we're going to the Arnold as well. I assume so. It was
Yeah.
figuring out finalize that, but do that. But I want to go to like a good pro show overseas and use that as like a city break as well. I think that'll be good.
Yeah.
where will you train out of when you're at the Arnold?
Last
I
time
just
we, tr
you
well,
went to
last
Dino's, didn't you, last time?
yeah, but like see for a good session, you're not really getting a good session at Dino's. It just kind of
No.
kills
Yeah.
you. Like,
It was like a
but
one-off thing.
yeah, we drove like an hour. I want to say to train by JP gym.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
did you
So
drive? Did you just bring the car over?
Yeah, we just drove down.
yeah, we drove. Yeah,
See, this changes things. I was thinking since I get home from Japan like the 19th of February, I was thinking I might not go Arnold's, but if I love trying out new gyms, so if you're driving
yeah.
to like train by
I'll
JP
go,
or
yeah.
somewhere, I probably
Yeah,
would
yeah.
go
I'm
actually.
done. I actually, because so obviously Ultraflex is on the way to Loughborough, but I was trying to see about going to like Manchester, like it's like an hour diversion, like to try out either FL, like Manchester has FLF, what's the other gym,
Lexington.
EP
EP
Jungle, EP
Jungle.
Jungle,
EP.
like you can.
Lexington.
Lexington's good as well
Yeah,
then.
you get like yeah, that's three really good gyms that you can just knock off kind of in kind of one trip. I'm saying, but it's kind of not on the way. But yeah, I think Ultraflex is just fucking. You can do like 5 sessions in there and just use different kit every time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like it's that good. So I'm looking forward to that. But a question
It's
I
a
actually
bit
want.
ropes. So I was it's a bit
Oh yeah,
ropes the other day because half the kit's been out of order or
mate,
just
I've been seeing that
broken.
on your story. Like it's so
Yeah,
much out of
like
order shit.
it's all been. They'd had like one day, like yes, like a couple of days ago, they just all got fixed all of a sudden. So there's no kit out of order as of yet. But it's
Okay.
like it was just they went through like a stream of just all the kit just breaking,
Hmm.
which wasn't fun. But
Yeah, I've got upper, so I'll be using the Flex Incline Press, which I'm looking forward to. Fucking love that piece, as we discussed in last pod.
yeah,
Leo, what are you training on Friday?
Pushing arms.
Pushing arms. Yeah, I've got push like in the second half. No, the first half of my session, so we can do like the first half together if you want.
what time are you going to be training roughly?
We're
I,
leaving like
5 hours, no
it's,
stops, I'm pretty sure,
we're
to
leaving
get
at
to Loughborough.
it,
Rotherham.
we're leaving at like 7. It's a
yeah,
5 hour drive, 4 hour drive
it's
Uh,
like
to.
fat
4 or
five.
5 hours, and then it's like an hour on top of that to get to Loughborough, but that's without stops.
So I'd say anywhere from like 12, maybe like quarter to 12 to like 1, 12 to
Yeah,
1.
sound cool.
Yeah, we'll let you know obviously if you're coming down and stuff.
Yeah, I'll come down.
But yeah, that'll be
Because
how
it's literally like a 20-minute drive.
yeah.
I just have to walk. I just have like a 10-minute walk to my car, and then from there it's like a 20-minute drive.
Mega. Um, but yeah, has anybody got any juicy questions that they want to start the pod off with off the top of
I
their
I
head?
didn't
had I
actually
got
put the box
two.
up.
So I feel like everyone's put question boxes up, so we could have quite a lot to go through here. So
I
that's
didn't
fine.
get a fucking. All I got was Lewis Agnew sending his fucking.
Oh,
photo.
Jesus.
It was just
Stuart,
funny.
I got I
you
got
did just
two.
put it in. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got two, which one was kind of serious from Tim, and then one very not serious by Finn, which is kind of more aimed at me. But
Go
we can
ahead.
go
Finn,
through those. I
But
don't
What
mind
did
what one we start off with.
you choose,
start
mate?
with
You choose.
Tim.
Yeah, go.
So Tim's was, how did you find such discipline at such young ages, driving factors into intrinsic motivation, etc.
Fuck,
Mm,
that's
very good
deep.
question. That's very good question.
Jesus, man, I get a shag, marry, kill as well. And we're getting that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
you haven't heard Finley's one though. So that one's
Yeah,
Oh,
I got a human centipede position.
Oh,
So yeah.
bang in the
Yeah.
middle.
I actually got some good ones here which we'll go into, but does anybody want to start off that question?
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like it
You
probably
all go
applies
so
most
in
to,
depth.
yeah.
What was
I
it?
really don't know. It's just like the way I do everything every day. It's just like I just couldn't picture not being this like organized and sort of like
Yeah,
meticulous with everything. Like if I was waking up, say to like go to work, waking up an hour before work and basing my entire day around my job, I just feel so weird. But it's
yeah,
like a passion outside of something, and I'm just doing
Mm.
something like
yeah. I
what
feel like
needs done.
when you're gonna learn to do, have the bodybuilding lifestyle, like you just learn to enjoy that as well. Like, we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't enjoy it. And it kind of
Yeah,
just, like the way I live my life, getting up early, etc., being like having that routine, like I much prefer having the routine than just kind of winging my days. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of,
Yeah.
it kind of just like, you kind of just, it just happens, like once you do learn to kind of have that, develop the routine, the bodybuilding kind of forces you into it, and you just kind of learn to enjoy that. And I feel like it does only have positive benefits once again to like you being productive in regards to, growing your business, growing your socials, prioritizing your clients. Like it only has a positive benefit. So yeah, that would be my answer for that.
I
For
think
me,
with all of us having the goals, like you can't achieve what we want to achieve without it.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it comes down to that. Like we've all got aspirations of big things, whether it's in the sport or whether it's coaching wise or this, that, and the other. If you're just muddling around your day, you can't achieve fuck all with that. You're not going to be productive. You're going to feel worse for it. And there comes a point where you kind of have to just look at yourself and be like, right, I need to just pull the finger out and realize that this is not going to get me to where I want to be. But the thing is, we all enjoy it. So it doesn't feel like it's a chore, or as much as people might think from the outside, oh, fuck, that seems a bit rough. That seems quite restrictive. Like, we enjoy what we do. We enjoy what we eat. We enjoy how we live, and it makes you feel better. So I don't know. It's almost like it comes second nature when you've got that passion that will push you towards it, if that makes sense.
yeah. Exactly. I was going to say as well to add to that, like for how actually coming into that, because obviously right now it feels as if there's no, like for me, I don't feel like it's that strict, even though obviously from an outsider's perspective it
Yeah.
is a pretty strict lifestyle. But like when I was just kind of coming into like starting to do these things, I guess like eating a meal plan, etc. It was more so that I'd been training for a while. Uh, I am hearing from people who have more knowledge and expertise than me that by doing these things, by just refining constantly these little things within my day to day, I'm going to get better results. And what I wanted was better. And like literally, it just comes to your actions need to reflect your goals. And if your goals, as you were saying, though, if you've got high goals, and even for me at that point, like it wasn't anything to do with competing. It was more so just to like fill out my t-shirts, etc. But I cared enough about wanting to fill out my t-shirts that I was willing to do whatever it was. And then from there, obviously, as it becomes more of your lifestyle, it becomes like a lot easier, and you do grow to enjoy it.
Spot on.
100%.
I was
Megatron, you
gonna
got
say,
answer?
from yeah, I think especially with where my goals are, especially within assisted bodybuilding, like my goals are like so high. So it's kind of like it's just a needs must for me, just with nailing everything. But then as when I was younger, like thinking back to it, I've always had like something I've just like been like deeply focused in, or just like really focused on. Like when I was younger, like back in like the Fortnite days, I would spend hours just grafting at that. And then when I like did my whole weight loss thing, I just did everything I could to lose the weight, eat jack shit, and move as much as I could. And when it was like my GCSEs, I spent like hours just always basically everything I've like put my time into, or like I've had like a passion for, I've just like gone full like in the deep end of it. So kind of just it's just always been like a normal thing for me, I guess. But now it's just with bodybuilding, it's just that's my passion. So I'm just full like into it.
Do you
Yeah,
think people are like born to do stuff like this, or do you think they ease
Yeah,
into
I
it?
think there's a certain
yeah,
element of some people will be born into it, but some people, their environment will take them into it. Like, I think that there will be people that are just naturally have that level of motivation and discipline that they could hold themselves to it. But even as coaches, like we'll know that we coach people that maybe start off without having that in place at all. And then all of a sudden, having adhered, maybe putting themselves in different circles, can adhere to it, and all of a sudden that becomes them. So I think there's both types of people. It maybe just comes a little bit easier to some folk than others.
But then you can also look at the reverse of that and be like, some people think they love doing this and then they fall off 2 months later.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you see it, you actually see it all the time. People coming out of prep, like, even with their socials, like they're posting fucking every day. Then as soon as prep done, like you don't hear about them,
that's
you
it.
don't
Yeah,
see them, like, and it's a lot. But I do think that's something that we can all relate to, like when we do something, like especially for myself, like I'm either 100% or I'm not doing it. Like and I
yeah.
feel like bodybuilding kind of lines up with that kind of attribute that a lot of us have, which is a common trait. So. Another good question that I got was, sorry, let me get it here. What was the most difficult moment during prep? So obviously for people who haven't prepped, just the hardest time during your diet. So who wants to kick this off? What was the most difficult moment during your prep?
I'll start because I think that I've had the least prep experience out of the boys that have
Pro
prep.
and probably the most extreme.
Yeah. Honestly, like I can't think of the hardest point. I think that maybe towards the back end when I was like blacking out a bit, that wasn't great.
Mm,
But I
Yeah.
mean, aside from that, it was all right. But because I didn't know what I was getting myself into, like I didn't really bat an eyelid. So I think going in with a bit of naivety actually helped me, if anything. Because again, we did run very high expenditure. It was like 25k steps a day, 10k fasted with 10 kg in my bag, 40 minutes cardio, and low food. And I bet I was fucking out my face. Oh, the when I had to go to the vets with my dog, that story.
I find this story
Dog
fucking
That
bleeding
would
out.
have been the hardest day. Fucking hell. I just remember sending Finn a voice note like well I'm basically blacking out every 5 minutes. I can't get my steps in, my dog's bleeding. And he was all right. But yeah, that would probably be it. But again, like the steps I didn't mind too much. I quite like walking.
yeah, I feel
How
like
many steps are you on?
What just now?
No, no, when in prep was like peak step count.
Oh, peak step was 25,000 steps. 25k daily, 10,000 at 5 in the morning with 10 kg in my bag playing Pokemon Go.
mate,
Oh,
that's easy,
that's
mate. See, you're on
vibes.
Bro,
Pokemon Go. It's
Fucking
easy.
unreal, mate.
Imagine in prep,
biohack.
like, imagine if you like lived in like a main city as well. We have like all the Poke Gems,
Mate,
like
I
everything
moved
there.
my step route around the Pokestops. So Paisley actually had quite a few of them. So my 10k lap would cover all the main ones, and then I'd come back up and recollect them after the 15 minutes after spinning them. Man, it's fucking class.
I
I
remember
mean,
like when I was younger, I used to drag my dad to London so I could just go Pokemon Go hunting. I remember this. We were in some park, and there was like there it was this is like when it was like peak era of Pokemon Go during the
yeah,
summer
Yeah, there
holidays.
was so many people doing it.
And yeah, and then we had, I remember a Gengar spawned, and there's just like 30 of us just sprinting, trying to find this Gengar. And that was like I remember doing that. That was fun.
I
Yeah,
never
it was
really
just
played it, but I
insane.
remember seeing these videos of like someone being in like the middle of a city or like just a popular attraction shouting like Mewtwo over here
yeah,
or
every cunt's
Yeah.
Gollum
running
and
across the room.
every
Santa
dog
Monica Pier,
runs.
mate.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
jokes on you, mate. I was lying in my bed in California getting all the Pokemon. So
Yeah. You
I
could do that. You
remember,
could do the wee glitch where you could
yeah,
set
Yeah,
yourself
to
there.
spoof
Yeah,
it.
you can. But it
mate.
just took the fun out of it, didn't it?
You know how I found that out? I was literally like out playing Pokemon Go with my friend, and this guy came up. He was like smoking a cigarette. He was like hands were shaking. I gave my phone to him, and then he just like did the whole thing for me. I was
Nice.
so scared he was gonna steal my phone, but I was like, fuck it, I'll risk it. It's worth the risk.
I
That's
remember
wicked.
there was like when you like started the game, you have to you choose like the start of Pokemon.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
remember if you walked away from the initial three or four times,
You got a
a
Pikachu.
Pikachu would spawn. I remember doing that, and I thought I was the dog's bollocks because I had a Pikachu and no one else did.
I used to go with my mum up to Glasgow because at the one of the bridges there was three Pokestops and they would always be lured up because that's where like Magikarp would just constantly
yeah.
spawn because it was next to the water. I'd go out and like wee day trips with my mum to Glasgow. Absolute peak. Peak
Oh, you getting
testosterone.
that fucking Gyarados?
Aye, buzzing,
I was
man.
fuming. I never evolved. I remember I had a little chart on my wall, and I'll cross off how many Magikarp I needed to get to like be able to evolve into a Gyarados.
You need to
But
make
I
it your
never.
wee pal so that when you get
Yeah,
your
get
steps,
step
you get
credit.
extra candy for doing it as well. Got it. I mean, it's a good prep hack to be fair to get your
It
steps in.
actually is. It
I had
actually
done
is.
it for like a good chunk of my prep, and then I started getting busy, and I was supposed to be working on my walk, and I'm like, I keep on opening Pokemon Go, so I had to delete it. I was like, I can't get
Just like
fucking
muscle memory. It's like
yeah.
I'm walking and
Sorry
must
guys,
open
can't get
Pokemon
back to
Go.
you. This morning I was just chasing a Gyarados. That's it.
Well, talking about testosterone, I've got higher test than Jake 6 weeks post show.
No, no,
Mega,
we
Who are
don't.
you?
Well, when
mega.
I got mine done, it is higher, but probably not now.
Did
Yeah,
you
fair
feel
enough.
a
Like
bag of dicks, Jake? What was
what?
yours at?
I sent you like 4.56, Brandon, was it?
Yeah, 4 point something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Post-show match jealous of them readings.
Yeah, no,
Mm.
we're all saying this, and there's this guy over here that had like minus 0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
then Comp was a hyper responder once he jabbed
Mm.
himself. He just
yeah.
swore.
He's at like
Maybe it's a sign,
40 right
Jake.
now.
Yeah, I'll be on like a
Okay.
hundred. I'd assume right now because I haven't had Bloodstone, but I'll be on like 160 nanomole probably, something like that.
Fucking hell.
Good
I'd
How
fuck.
much of a
assume.
difference does that make in terms of like your day-to-day life? Like, do you feel like a literal entire different person, or do you just not really notice it over time?
I the initial shift from when I had nothing to then to TRT, big shift then. But then since then, not really.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think I've noticed it a bit more now, being at like peak dose and like 350 milligrams is kind of I'm feeling maybe like just a bit more like confident, I guess. But apart from that, it's just nothing really that
It's
major.
relative as well, isn't it? In the sense that you do
Yeah,
more to yourself than your training. So it's not as if you're just going to feel brilliant all the time just because your test is high. Like you fucked
yeah,
yourself up. So you're not just going to feel perfectly fresh. But like I imagine that going from an A test to up to where you were would feel like you're on top of the world. You can do anything. You can recover from anything.
yeah.
You can run through a brick wall. Like I remember speaking to
Um,
Aaron Aesthetics,
Yeah.
if
yeah,
anyone knows who that is. His test was like so bad towards the end of prep. He was sub one in animals, and he said it was just mental because I was speaking to him. I was like really good mates with him, still good mates with him, but I spoke to him more often at the time, like when he was going through that, and he was like, mate, I've never had so much fun in my entire life. He was like, I'm just going in and I'm taking plus twos, plus threes, I'm just taking more weight, and it's just happening. He was like, I feel fucking brilliant. It was like these past 16 weeks have
that
just been the most
yeah,
fun I've ever had with training. I was like, yeah,
that
that is
is.
very tempting and it's fucking cool, but I don't know.
Like that is the thing I noticed, especially like, in the gym. Like now that I'm like, even when I came off and like went to like a cruise slash TRT phase, my mindset didn't shift within the gym. Like I was still like progressing every set, every session. But now I'm like peak dose that I've ever been on. Like today's push and arm session, I took on like my prime dip. I was up like across the 3 sets. I was up 6 reps from 4 days ago. I took
Fucking.
+3. I took like a +3 on the third set, a plus no, nearly a +2 in the second, and +1 in the first. Like, and that's from 4 days ago. And like
Again,
with
people
X,
may not think that's like crazy, but if they were to see what that set looked like the 4 days ago, they'd be like, how the
yeah,
fuck have you got plus three? Like,
Yeah.
again, your training's not shit. Like, if your training
no,
was average, then that would be like, oh yeah, it's impressive. But when you already train very hard and you're pushing yourself to the point where you cannot get anything else, taking a plus three from 4 days ago is fucking crazy work.
yeah,
Wild.
that like with no change to execution, potentially even improvement to execution as well, just with how I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right.
pretty depressing thing, but that's literally like a couple months, a few months of like
Brutal.
getting
Hyper,
chasing plus ones every single
yeah,
week, fucking giving it your all when you're fucking natural. But that's what Harley said as well. Like that's the best thing of he's found like the most positive thing is just especially the way he trains. Like I was discussing this with him, but like almost like him being on gear almost suits the way he trains, if that makes sense,
Yeah, it
because
makes sense.
he can just take stupid progressions and it won't.
Recovers better too.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah,
Just make sure it doesn't barbell row. Jake,
mm,
can't be happy with that. No, no.
Oh no. Barbara in black and white. Oh
Every
no.
Oh,
actually,
episode.
far better, dear.
one of my clients said he watched the pod and he asked me about it. He asked me like my take on it because he has barbell rows in his plan and we had a good discussion on it. So
Go, let me
Oh,
let
I
me
thought you were going to say he asked you about the
Nah,
Oh,
Legendary.
that's what you meant as
Harley,
well.
so
Brandon, tell me
pretty,
more about the Jake and the Harley beef. What was it like? Tell me all
nah.
about it.
So pretty much with the client who had like we just introduced it's not barbell rows, it's dumbbell rows because he doesn't enjoy barbell rows, but he has like lower back issues so he cannot hinge. So obviously doing barbell rows, getting some sort of erector stimulus is going to be beneficial than getting no erector stimulus, especially when it comes to what he needs is especially his back, like it's his lats and erectors are underdeveloped. So, putting in a row variation, it's not chest supported, makes sense, and especially if it doesn't aggravate the problem that he currently has with his lower back.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, it literally just depends on the person. Like, you can say like, "Oh, what's your advice for people doing barbells? Should you do more? Should you do less?" Like, you'll come across people that are like, "Mate, I think my form's pretty good here. What do you think?" And it's like the worst shit I've ever seen. Like Jake Byers, 2024 rows. Then you
No
also have
peak.
people that are loading, that can deadlift like 180 kg, that are strong, they've got a lot of muscle, that have loaded like 85 kg on the bar. They get
Yeah.
10 reps and they're like, "This feels dodgy. I don't know if I should do more." Like, it's so person dependent. It's like some people are like so far on that end of the spectrum, some are that end. You just want to try to find that middle ground, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard to
Remember,
say.
because I had barbell rows in since post prep until probably like 3 months ago, just because I look so just stupid doing them. Like how Tim described it, he said you look like a Sims character walking into a wall. It's like my body
Nice.
just looks so
Dude,
stupid.
yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, now I just do like a T-bar. I do like a just a non chest supported T-bar instead with like the gym pin deandle grips, so I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
actually like have that like wrist flexibility.
I remember people doing that. That's a Reese Fit number. I seen Keefe do like 10 plates or something on a
Oh
landmine type
no,
thing.
did you see
Oh,
his
hilarious.
barbell rows supersetted into an RDO?
No,
Yes,
No,
It was
bro.
mate, it was pendulum on 4 plates and he just decided the RDL at the end.
Just
It was almost Keefe set I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, it was.
Leo, could you tell me anything about the story that he put up with the WWE? He put up like a story with like full stops and it was like dead dramatic of like a WWE guy
Was
coming at
this
the airport. And I was like, is this like actual code?
Did they have a title?
I think so.
Drew
Wait, let me see
A
if I
McIntyre?
can find
Scottish
it.
guy just won
Yeah.
just won the main title, and there was
Right,
a
okay.
show in Scotland last night, so he was coming to Scotland with the title, and that was like a big thing.
I've
It'll be
missed it.
it'll just be that.
Yeah.
Um,
But with WWE, like, I thought it was rigged. So like, how can you be a random Scottish guy and go and win it randomly? Do you not
No.
need to
I,
really
I
build
thought
up?
it was
It
I
is
thought it was
rigged.
rigged as well.
It is rigged.
it's right. Yeah, it's like
It
Yeah,
is
it's
rigged.
rigged. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, is this just some random Scottish fella that's just won it, or is he
No,
like
it's
a really
not
big
fucking
name?
Ravy Davies went over. It's
What if it was?
Right.
Mad
it's
go.
it's this Drew McIntyre. He's been in the WWE for
Oh,
ages.
he's been in since I was like 10.
uh,
Yeah, it's not like
exactly.
they've pulled off some guy from Pollock Shaw's. Like they've actually got an actual wrestler who's been at it for ages.
Oh
His
yeah.
accent's awful though.
Yeah, it's,
Right, 'cause I
it's
was like, is this
diabolical.
shit
Fucking
fucking
hell.
hard in the WWE world? They put it
I,
up and it doesn't mean anything to me, but I was like, is this hard in WWE terms? It must have been. He loves it. The WWE's proper in it. That's what he was initially.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Once
yeah,
upon
he
a
was
he
a
was
time,
wrestler.
wrestling. Yeah, I'm sure. Don't quote me on it, but I'm sure he was wrestling during like his first prep.
Yeah,
Uh,
he was. He was speaking. He spoke about it on Magic Eye's podcast like 2 years ago, I think.
that might be the
I
one.
think.
Yeah, because I remember
Yeah,
it on the podcast.
I think he did. I think it was during his first prep. He like wrestled on like the side. Like he would like
and then had
train.
no rest days or something.
Yeah, like he like trained. I think he would like train. He trained legs, and then he went and did a wrestling match, and then the next morning he had cardio and like everything, and then trained pull or some shit. It's just
That's
like
crazy.
yeah,
I was speaking to Martin Lamont about him, and he helped him with his first prep. He coached him, or it might not have been his first prep, but he coached him for quite some time. He was like, "Mate, I literally couldn't get him to take a rest day." He was like, he would not take a rest day. He just refused to do it. He
does
was
he
like, it
still
was,
train every day?
hmm?
Does he still train like every
Yeah,
day now?
yeah.
Or does he actually? Yeah.
All right, now I'm not sure. I feel like you can't fucking get away with deadlifting 340 kg and being as
Yeah,
strong
but
as he is and training every single day.
he also does like a separate day for like shoulders though. It's like a bro spread.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't take
Yeah,
Yeah.
rest days, so
arm
it
day,
sort
shoulder
of
day.
works.
Wait, did you say that Martin Lamont coached? Keep
Yeah,
They're from the
yeah.
same area, no?
They're
Like,
from like very, very
Oh,
sim yeah, they're from the same wee town. So like he was like
oh,
the local coach, I think, at the time,
it
which is
is.
sick.
That's
Their
that is
accent
That's
is
so
very similar.
random. That is so random to think about.
Right, isn't it?
That's
Yeah, it's
mad.
pretty crazy.
Josh, did
So
you get
what
any
is
good questions?
yes, I got 6 questions. I've not read them at all yet. Uh, optimal way to cause penis hypertrophy is my
Hmm.
first one.
don't go in gear.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
you're gonna be overusing it.
yeah.
Johnson curls, get them
Thompson
done.
curls.
Uh, you can jizz or shit whey paste 2 meals per day are topped with it. How's it
What?
getting on there? All right,
You
so
what?
you need to jizz or shit whey paste onto 2 of your meals per day. Would you rather jizz it or shit it? Or rather,
Jizz?
Oh,
yeah,
Because you'd
Yeah,
have to squat over your meal.
yeah.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
thought
no,
of me shitting on my meal, obviously
Yeah,
yeah,
but
jizzing on it's
you've
still
also
much
got to
better.
think.
Do you
No,
know,
but
I'm
you
not
got.
like a spunk in my fucking stuff anyway.
yeah.
But
Just hold your bowl like
Yeah,
right
but
there.
you got to think though how
Straight
thick
up
the
in there.
whey paste is compared to
It
the
depends
whole.
the consistency,
Would
yes.
Yeah, would it not absolutely be agonizing doing it out like jizzing it out compared to shitting it out?
If it was like really
Nah, it wouldn't
thick.
be
Well,
agonizing.
to be fair, Megaton, your whey paste, because yours is fucking thick and frozen for an hour. Mine's is like water. So
I
it
came
depends.
across my old whey paste that I used to put in the freezer with some Cocoa Pops in it. That was
Mm.
Cocoa
good.
Pop spunk.
Yes,
Spunk and Cocoa
exactly. I used to
Pops.
put it in the freezer and it was the caramel whey, and I remember like taking the baby spoon to it and like it was like scooping it out like ice
Is
cream.
this whenever you've got your 4K 60 frames per second and
Yeah, with
the
the flash on
caramel
like
rolling
that.
with the flash? Ooh.
Across it.
That's the worst
Did
thing,
you
by the
ever
way.
get
A baby spoon. I don't know how people can eat food with a baby spoon.
I've
I
That's
still
still
have
got
mine.
mine.
I
that is
still use it.
crazy to me. That is
All my
crazy
meals,
to
I
me.
still
I've
use
not
the same
touched it. I
baby
used it
spoon.
in young.
I'm pretty sure I
Uh,
bought you like a tiny spoon, Brandon. It
yeah, no,
wasn't a baby spoon.
no, I've still got mine in the packet because like
Tiny long metal
Good man.
spoons are sick. I've not
yeah.
yeah.
used one in yonks, but if I dieted and I was really, really hungry, I'd probably use a tiny long metal spoon.
I've got one. I during prep, I bought. Oh no, during prep, I bought my second one, but I bought off like Sheen like four like this. I got like a rainbow one, a gold one, a black one, a blue one.
Nice. Those got
I
the
See,
just got.
the
cameras.
rainbow one you have, Matt,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
reminds me of the spectral pickaxe from Fortnite. Anytime I see your
Oh, I
stories on
love that.
Yeah.
I love that pickaxe. I love that
Right, I'll
pickaxe.
go grab it.
Incredible. I was getting the
It's
pickaxe out.
like the
it's not the
spectral.
size though. It's just like the plastic material.
Oof.
Like
If
I
anything, it
love.
is better for you though, realistically. It makes you take your
No,
time more with
like
your meals.
yeah,
Oh, for sure.
honors. Oh, like yeah,
Sick.
that's fine. But see, like the
Nice wee camel.
The
plastic baby
actual
spoons.
baby spoons, the
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like
weird.
I can't get behind that at all.
Mm.
That spoon more reminds me of like Rainbow Road to Mario Kart.
Hmm.
Yeah. Take
Like
you back while
That's
you're eating it.
like
Bit of
I
nostalgia.
I eat my
yeah.
meals with like the same cutlery. Is that just me? Like I'll literally use like the
Nah, yeah,
exact
you've
spoon.
Yeah.
not that you've got a
I
favorite spoon or a favorite fork, but
Oh,
there's like
I'll have
different
favorite
types.
spoons, yeah.
oh
There's
I
like
I
Like
different
it's
I
types
different
in the
sizes.
drawer, and
Yeah,
like I can't use. There's like giant fucking spoons. I'm not using them. There's like wee smaller ones. There's like the middle spoon. That's the one that I normally
see,
I
use.
like
only use
peak
that
prep,
rainbow one.
Mm.
peak prep. I would literally like tweak out. Like it would ruin my day if like someone used that spoon. Like I
Nice.
would genuinely tweak out.
That's mega.
Um, I've got a question. What are the plans in terms of bodybuilding in the next 5 years for everyone? I think
What was
five
it?
years.
Sorry, the next 5 years.
5 years.
Bodybuilding
I think
goals.
that's like yeah. I think that's a good range to start off. Who wants to
Yeah.
start off that one?
I'll go first by saying I think I'll have done 2 seasons by then. What does that bring us up to? 2031?
31.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
2031.
I'd say I'll have finished my second season. I'd say.
Yeah, I'll probably be the same because I'll probably do 28 and probably 31.
Well, that would be your third season, mate.
Yeah, no, 2 seasons in that time. Smart ass.
Yeah, well, I'm saying second season.
Yeah, it'll be
What do
two
you want
seasons.
from those seasons?
I'll probably do I would do I would done four total, three in that time period,
3.
I think.
I
Yeah,
can get a big
I'll
cheat, so
go in
you can go
I'll
back to back
go
if you want.
I was
no,
going to say
I'll go
that's the good thing
I'm
of going enhanced.
going I'm
Yeah.
going 27 and then 29 and then I haven't spoken to him about doing 31 obviously, but we said we'll do 27 and 29 likely, just because I
Yeah.
don't need as much time in between.
Yeah,
Mhm.
seasons.
I think after that, because realistically, you still can have like, a 6 months off season and make a shit ton of progress.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
what I'm saying, like, you don't need an
especially with
extra
how I
year.
am as well with my tendencies. But I
Yeah,
just don't. It's just I can make a lot of progress in probably a short amount of time.
You could probably prep and then not have to diet till next prep, like
Yeah,
pretty easily.
yeah. I mean,
if
bloody,
wanted, yeah,
I know this is an extreme example, but Niall Darwin had an 8 week off season and now he's
yeah.
about to start his prep. So,
That's crazy work.
He's a joke.
yeah, I'm very excited for. When do you think, or
Think he
do
could
you
beat Mr.
think?
Olympia
That's what I was going to
this
ask.
year?
I
Oh,
do. I think it's inevitable that he does have the potential, but I think 2 years time. I don't think
I just
next year.
think
I think he'll still be a little bit too, not too small,
Young.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
he's dead close to the weight cap though
Is he?
he's
already.
he's like
Yeah,
so
he's
tight.
still
he missed at the Olympia. He was too heavy at the Olympia to
yeah,
sauna it.
but that was because of the height change though.
Yeah,
But obviously he knows now going into it but he doesn't have to like kill himself to get into the weight cap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he still has room to push. But
That's when it
um,
starts to get dodgy.
yeah,
You might
but
have to
I
leave it
was
open now.
yeah,
I was speaking.
he done an interview with Beyond the Stage TV. I actually watched it yesterday, and he was saying that that's he didn't say it's likely, but like he can see that happen in the future when he like if
Is
when you go.
is Jack Eagles in the same boat? He's quite close. I
I'm
feel
not
like
sure. I'm not sure to be honest.
I remember his weight cap was like 212 when he last competed, but I think he had a good amount of room to push.
oh, did he?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he still needs to grow like to get into the Olympia stage. Like Olympia, he still needs to like grow quite a lot. So I assume there's
Very, very off topic. But his hands are humongous.
Mate, I was
It's
saying that
so,
to someone, like,
I saw him today at the gym, and like
whoever that
his
was.
hands are just huge.
Big
It's
G8
so odd.
hands. Yeah.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
big fucking, like, big fat sausages each finger.
I need my GH to start working because my hands are tiny.
Yeah, you fill them
Get
out, bro.
Makes your tail look better, mate.
yeah.
Yeah, does it make
It's
your
made
cock much fucking thicker and larger? I'd
In
need to
I've
know.
pictures, yeah,
noticed
in pictures.
since putting in GH, my left foot has grown. I know that for sure.
But you're gonna see your left ball,
No,
your left testicle.
left
With the
testicle might have
GH,
grown,
man, you
but then the
cancer.
test reduced it, so it just
Nah, nah.
balanced out.
Love
Mm.
Like
that.
my left foot has grown because I have one pair of shoes now that fit me, because the other pair, my left foot doesn't go in the shoe anymore.
I think that's quite common to have one foot that's slightly bigger than the other. So maybe your foot that is bigger than the other one, it's just exaggerating and that one's cooked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
maybe
Yeah.
because my feet are actually small. They're really fat.
I'd imagine you to have like fucking size 17 shoes or something. One of those cunts.
Yeah, I mean, I had size 10 in year six, and I'm a 9.5 now.
That's
Mate,
mad.
my feet are like weirdly big. Like I'm a size 8. Like it looks like
Yeah.
clown feet
Oh,
sometimes.
that's not big at all.
Big,
No,
big
but
feet.
for my
What
height,
height?
for being
Big,
five
yeah.
foot six, like I'm only what Matt's only one size up from me, pretty much.
No, I'd say 8
Yeah,
then. That's
yeah,
normal.
I'm like a 9.5 to 10.5, but then I'm also like
That's like
6'1".
disproportionate to your height, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
like my
ratio.
feet haven't grown since I was 11.
Yeah, just need to
I
start
don't think.
injecting into them.
Just
Right, enough
inject
enough
straight into the
feet
foot.
talk. Who else has to say their next 5 years?
Start a feet channel. Noah.
Or
Me,
else?
Fit. When you go, Noah.
I'll do this year and then I'll probably do like 31, 30. And that'll be me.
Yeah,
That'll be
Same.
you, just,
because
just
Huh?
that'll be you, just done bodybuilding.
Yeah, chuck it at that.
Yeah, fuck it.
I want a big
Getting
off
windy.
season from the juniors going into open because the men's physique
yeah,
standard at the minute's a joke. So I'd want to be able to actually have enough time to be competitive. So if that's 2030 or 2031, I'll take my time. I'm not in a rush.
Yeah, I
that
actually
was like
just
my
seen.
sort of thought process coming into this off season. Like, because I now like in the assisted, I mean against assisted juniors, so I'm against like 24-year-olds, 23-year-olds that have been on
Yeah,
gear for
they're
a lot longer than
monstrous
me.
as fuck.
So I've got like 18 months left till I prep for 27. And like the goal with the 27 season, I won't be doing any NPC shows. I'll just do PCA. And the goal is just winning the British PCA junior title. And then 2029, well, I'll do some NPC shows and kind of see how I stack up with like IFBB and whatnot.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
sick. Did anyone see Jacob Tipper's full day of eating?
No, I did
900
not,
carb,
sadly.
fucking
900 carbs
Yeah.
stinking.
I want
You
to get.
just
I'll probably get quite close to that. I feel like.
That's your goal. That's your off-season
Yeah.
goal.
I mean,
Not to
I'm on
build
seven.
strength or muscle. How much fucking rice can I have in one meal?
Yeah. I mean, I'm on seven on a training day. I'm on 700 carb, and I'm 5 weeks into the push-up. So it's like
what I do.
My worst nightmare,
it.
man.
Insulin will be, I think, could be deployed to this push-up.
Mm,
Sadly, don't have that in me. Leo,
yeah.
what are you thinking next
Uh,
5 years?
Pretty simple. Just pro card next season, and then
yeah.
I'll do season in
Mega.
27, see where I lie, and then I like Noah was saying, and then it's a step up to men, so it'll be a long off season. Um, Looking forward to obviously seeing how I enjoy a prep as well. But I would be very surprised if it was my last. I'm more than sure that I will compete again. But again, it'll be a long off season after that, so I don't know if it will be before or after 31.
Yeah, again, see, like the first time you compete, like you really don't know how you're going to shape up until you step on stage. Realistically, so like it's like a massive kind of learning curve. Then realistically, you obviously kind of dictate your future plans after that. But yeah, I kind
That
of
was
went
like
over
the most
mine.
humbling
Obviously,
thing. Like not winning the first show was such a humbling thing. I feel like to me because I went in with the goal of like I want to win so badly, and then when you
Demolish
don't
everyone,
win,
yeah.
and then and looking back now, that first show, it was probably my best look, and it was also my best placing. But then I probably left it like after the show was probably the worst I felt.
Yeah. That's the thing,
yeah,
like it's kind of good to know that like even with myself, obviously I won like my UK shows and stuff, but then when I didn't place at the Natural Olympia, it was like, all right, there we go, then I actually do need to be a lot better. If I just won everything at Natural Olympia, I'd be like, oh, no. Like where do I
Yeah,
go from here? Like
you
actually
kind of
knowing fuck I need to really do well here. Like I need to be on my shit for a long period of time to get to where I want to be. It's good motivation, isn't it?
yeah, it kind of like brings
yeah,
you back down to reality, especially when you've been fucking just. Obviously, I just fucking edited your YouTube video for you. We were talking about the journey, and you were saying like how, going into the first role, like you had no expectations whatsoever, and then coming
Yeah.
out with a fucking overalls. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It didn't work
yeah,
well there, but yeah, that's the thing. Like the BNBF after that one didn't win the overall. I was sat in a pure mood. Finn was like, "Ah,
yeah,
fucking
Oh,
grow
mate,
up,
you
so
were such a
fried,
moany
so
bastard
fried.
that
yeah,
day.
grow up, you wee dafty." I'm like, I should have won it. I should. I was like raging because things didn't go my way, and then again, it's like better to actually lose some shit and learn from it instead of just win everything because you're not gonna have anywhere to go after that.
Yeah,
But it
100%.
depends as you were. Go for it, sorry.
No, I was going on to another topic when you go.
I was just gonna say like. You're saying there about how long you take between your seasons. So he was like, I don't know where I'm going to go 30, 31, whatever it may be. Like, take, is it Sean Lopez as an example? Like, he done his first season, done really well. He knows that he's good and he knows if he has a good off season, good prep, and he knows everything that's happening that he can do well the next year. Hormones are in a good position. So you never know. You could go the year after, it could be the year after that. I was 2023 and supposed to go in 2026, but I'm like, fuck it, now I'm going to go 2027. Like, there's
Yeah.
no exact like you need to do this, you need to do that. You could be next year, you could be the 4 years after it. It just depends on where you lie and where your goals are. Like it's very person dependent, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. I think the first prep, as you were all saying, like it will basically like make the path for you almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We
definitely.
all touched upon like when we're competing next, but does anyone have like goals aside from that? I'm thinking like lift goals in the gym, like a 7 plate Cybex hack. I think in the next 5 years is doable. I think that'll
Yeah,
be
Yeah.
fucking so
that'd be
crazy.
AJ
cool.
Morris number. Will
Yeah.
Holmes has done it in
Yeah,
his sleep at 14 years
that
old.
to be
Will
fair,
Holmes was his
see
nine
that.
plate pendulum is a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
That
Ultraflex
is
Cybex
nuts.
hack is like a completely different machine to the
the cheat
Cybex hack.
codes, yeah.
Yeah,
What
is it
the MK1 or two?
One.
the one? It feels completely
It's
different.
very, very
Yeah,
smooth and feels lighter.
Yeah, it feels a lot
AJ
lighter.
Morris, you're a
Much
fraud.
easier.
Yeah. But something I wanted to touch up on there, like something you were talking about as well, is something that actually Noah and both Lewis were kind of discussing on in recent pods is like how you have goals to obviously like win a show.
Mm.
Now obviously like that was kind of the same for me, I guess. I did have, the BMBF Scottish, like, I did have it written down to kind of win the show. However, I knew as well, like if I didn't win that, it wasn't the end of the world. That was kind of something that you
Yeah.
touched up on there, like focusing on the process, but at the same time, it's good to have that goal of wanting to win
Yeah.
because
Don't be a
you
fucking
know,
pussy and just say, yeah, I'm going to enjoy it and I'm just
yeah,
here for the, like, there does need to be a bit of
yeah,
arrogance, a bit of fucking fire behind you, but just don't. You see people
Yes.
make it public all the time, and you're just like, oh, shut up, mate.
yeah,
Like that's
Yeah.
the stuff you say to yourself in your head when you're doing a session that you don't want to be doing. You know,
yeah,
like, no, I will fucking win this show. I will do
yeah,
this. I will do that. It's not the stuff for you to put out there because you lose the meaning. It's like when you use a top set song like 400 times and it just
Yeah.
doesn't do anything anymore.
Doesn't
If you're
hit the
putting
same.
it out
yeah,
publicly constantly, like you're gonna lose that like actual belief in it as well, or you just come across as a wank. You know, you keep that to yourself. You use that when you need to, and the rest of it when things are going well is like, right, I'm enjoying this. It's process based, but then when you do need that little bit extra, you give yourself that bit extra oomph, and you've got that extra aggression from that. I'm going to win this show. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But you
Yeah.
know deep down, you're like, I'll still be happy if I do my absolute best here, if I'm significantly improved from before. But it does need to be a bit of like, I don't know, selfishness within that as well, I think.
So this is the
yeah,
thing. For me, I've got like the one that I would want to win is my first career show. That's the one that I'm like, I want to win that. And I'm applying that to I can't let any standard slip if I want to do that. Now, as
yeah,
much as I'll go in and be like, oh, I want to win, I want to win. See if I don't win, if I don't place, I'm not gonna make it like ruin the rest of my prep, ruin how I
You'll
feel.
still be gutted, you'll still be
Yeah, I'll be
disappointed or
gutted, but it's
angry,
not to
but
the point where I'm gonna just fucking kick up a fuss, be a
yeah,
huffy little prick, and just, you know what I mean? It's a sport of opinions, and being able to have the experience of fucking competing in the first place is good enough. But being able to go and do these international shows, it would be great. And again, it's all about experience. I think that it's pushing me to expect more from myself though, and putting that on myself. Like I've said about using pressure the right way. You can put pressure on yourself and almost like buckle under it, and you feel like it's too heavy on you, too heavy on you. But it makes me just want to do so much better and be better, if that makes sense.
yeah,
So listen, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm gonna do everything that I can to give me the best odds of it happening. You
yeah.
know?
At the
yeah,
end of the day, it is a bodybuilding competition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a realistically, no one steps on stage to just take part. And realistically, if you give fucking everything, once again, something you can control in your prep is the condition you bring to stage. And if you're in fucking peak condition, then, realistically, obviously it's a very genetic sport, but realistically you will be kind of competitive in a
Yeah.
sense. So I
it's
think,
hard though because so I was just gonna say it's hard because it is like you don't know who's going to be at that show. You don't know what's going
Yeah.
to happen. And take powerlifting as an example. You're going into the junior worlds, knowing every person that you're going up against, knowing their most previous numbers at their comps. You've seen all the lifts and socials, so you know what you're going for. So it's like, right, are my lifts better than his? Okay, I'm confident I can win this. Or my lifts aren't as good as his in terms of the actual, factual numbers, right, I can base where I'm going to stand there. But with bodybuilding, you don't know who the fuck's going to turn up. Some wee guy that's never posted on social media that's an absolute monster. You can't tell based off of what they've been posting because of the lighting. You don't know what they're going to look like on stage. Are they going to miss their peak? Are you going to be on the money for that show? Are you going to be a little bit off? Is something going to happen? Like if your whole prep is just laying on, I need to win this show. Like I need to, and if I don't, I'm going to be fucking like I'm going to lose my head and I'm going to binge and preps off and this and that. Like you literally do see it happen. I know we're saying like this, and we probably all agree it's quite obvious that you shouldn't do that. People do that. Like people
Yeah.
put so much on the line for that, and it's usually because people just don't understand enough either. Like they've not maybe been in bodybuilding long enough, or their coach is just feeding them shit, and they're like, yeah, mate, you can do it, you can do it. Like people just don't have that maturity or the understanding of bodybuilding to realize that no matter what you do, no matter how much you can push yourself, if you nail absolutely everything, there is always going to be someone out there, unless you are literally Babacar or something, there's always going to be someone out there better than you.
yeah,
It's
I remember with a lot of my shows, especially it was more like not so much the first show, but then when I went to do the BNBF British Finals, I remember Will Powell, the freak of my year, when he competed.
yes,
I because he was kind of like no one really knew about him, but they did at the same time because he competed earlier on in the year, but he
yeah,
only got like fourth in his regional,
Yeah.
and then he comes back at the British, and it's just like sick. Okay,
yeah,
where we're placing then. Like,
yeah,
yeah, he's one who's fine for second and whatnot. I remember that, but
yeah.
yeah. The thing is, like
he
at
just
the sorry, at the
Oh,
UKDFB when I came third, like, and I was, I was in a, I think I was in a call out with Will and Ryan. So that was like the kind
Yeah.
of top three of that show. Like going
Yeah.
into the MBW show, like when I was like obviously like training for that, like I had so much behind me to
Fire in
kind
your
of
belly, yeah.
yeah, like when it comes to placing to like get a better placing, like and use that as a positive thing. But I knew going into it, the expectations of the MBW show, like, he's beat me before, etc. Like I've seen the stage shots, I know, how it looks on stage, but I'm still going to do my fucking absolute best to try and, get a better place and win the show, etc. So I do think that once again, a positive and negative to it. But transition, something that I kind of wanted to bring up is something I
One,
was actually thinking about. On you go, on you go.
yeah, I was just say one, but when you are on stage, let's say you get moved out like to the sides, you got to remember to keep fighting for your position. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what happened in my, I think it was the WMBF show. Uh, no, yes, the Supernaturals. When I did that, I got moved out from the side from like fifth or
I
fourth, wherever,
remember
like
this. I
onto
was
the
sitting in
sideline.
front of you. Yeah.
And then I remember I just stayed in that front relax the whole time. Looked at both my sides, and the other guys aren't holding their pose. And then whoever I got switched with, he was fading for his pose. Then they moved me in. It's because I've kept my quads. I've kept in that front relaxed the entire time. I've kept working for my place, and then I got moved back in, and then I outplaced him. I got like fourth for that show.
Yeah.
yeah, like
So you
that
just
was
gotta
the same for
always
me.
keep fighting.
That was in for me at the MBW show. Initially, I wasn't in the first call out, so I was out the top five, I believe.
Yeah,
And
that Dutch boy was in
yeah, and then obviously I placed fifth or I can't remember
Fourth.
fifth or fourth.
fourth.
I think it was fourth. So
Fourth.
actually, I placed. Yeah. So initially, I wasn't in
Yeah.
the top five in the first call out, and I placed fourth. So once again, like initially, like I'm not gonna like I was fucking gutted, but
Yeah. Keep your head
when
screwed on. You don't throw the dummy out and you crack on,
yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, like again, like I was fucking gutted, but see when I got in that second call, I was like, fucking quads on, like trying, really just hold the pose as much as possible, smile, like do everything you possibly can to look your best. But transition to another topic that I feel this is pretty interesting is something that I saw was, why bodybuilding as a whole, like Olympia level bodybuilding isn't as mainstream as, like for example, Samson. Mr. Olympia. Sorry, he's won a Mr. Olympia. You've also got, men's physique. That's also, Ryan Terry from the UK, etc. Why are these people not in the sort of mainstream light? And also it's because of, the drug use in bodybuilding. So do you think that in 20 to 30 years time, plus the natural bodybuilding could be sort of more mainstream than enhanced bodybuilding?
It'll
No.
probably be more mainstream, but it might not be as like big, if that makes sense. Like brands are going to probably be more aligned with the natural side of things to some extent. But the money and everything like that, like the big
Big
sports,
factor in it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll always kind of taper towards the enhanced athletes. But it probably is just the fact that they're on drugs. Like there's still a lot of skepticism and unknown about that for people that are outside of the sport itself. So they're probably not gonna, if you think about a random footballer from fucking like Brentford or something, they're probably going to be more recognizable than Samson.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, yeah, it's true. It's true, but
Yeah.
it's because of the sport, the laws of it, and how different that is to everyone else.
I think it's just the lack of sorry, yeah, the lack of knowledge about, steroid use assistance. I feel like,
Yeah.
the normal person just sees that
Looks
and
at a
just
bodybuilding and
thinks,
thinks like,
yeah.
like,
But
yeah.
they almost think that, that it's achievable because they take steroids, if that makes sense. Like they
That's
don't
what it
Does
is.
actually,
Yeah.
does all the
yeah,
work
yeah,
for them.
yeah,
I people yeah, people think after like one jab everything
yeah,
changes. Like,
yeah.
no, you still gotta nail your food. You still gotta nail everything. It's like once you're nailing the training, the recovery, the food, it's like the cherry on top. It's not what makes the athlete, but it's what like just pushes them that little bit more, and then they get a lot out of it.
I
But it's
actually
because they're nailing
majorly
everything
disagree with
else.
that.
What are you saying, Jake?
I actually majorly disagree with that. That
Oh,
it's
here
the
we
cherry on
go.
top. It's
Go
always
on.
Oh,
me with the like contradictions, isn't it? Or like the
The
controversial takes.
controversy.
That's why we
I
have
get
you on,
that
mate.
it's not just the cherry on top, but I get
it's
Yeah.
what
not it's not just the
Megan's
cherry on
saying.
top, but to nail, but for it to actually have all the effects that everyone thinks it has, you need to be nailing all the other little minutiaes
To
first.
maximize your returns, obviously, I'm not on PD, so I can't use the anecdote here, but to like if you're not nailing everything, if you're on gear, you're still probably going to be progressing at faster rate than a
Oh,
natural.
100%.
You
Yeah, no,
like,
you would
Yeah.
be, yeah.
yeah, I
But
don't
it
know.
does not do the work for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that is true.
you still gotta do everything else.
To a degree, it does do a lot of work,
Yes,
to be
but like
honest.
it's not going to give you like a unless your genetics are shit hot. Like for the average Joe that jumps on gears, trains a bit of shit, eats Mackies and gets full of gear at the weekends, like he's going to have a stinking looking physique.
Yeah,
Like
Like you're
everyone just
like
like
look
they'll
if you
see their
look at
usual people down at the club at the weekend that just have this fucking purple skin, they've got acne all over them, and it gives like bodybuilding a bad rep in that sense because they're all fucking dafties.
like if
They're
you look at all
overly
the people in your
aggressive
gym,
and shit like that. Like it gives bodybuilding a bad name for people that think, oh, if you're on steroids, you're immediately like them. Like it gives like a bad kind of what's the words when you kind of assume something's
um,
a bit
rep.
different.
represent oh
Some
like yeah, like stereotype.
Stereotype.
That's a stereotype. Boom, there's the word.
And as well, like obviously with enhanced bodybuilding, like the top level, like when you are literally, you're not really seeing it in recent years, but there is deaths in the sport, which
Yeah,
which obviously nowadays, especially in the kind of modern era, if you want to say that, of like assisted bodybuilding, like it is very normalized to get your blood work, be healthy, etc. But
Yeah.
it's still a massive, massive health risk, no matter how much fucking health subs you take, how much blood work you get done, etc. And that in itself is like the main reason why I don't think bodybuilding will ever be kind of mainstream in a sense, and that's why I brought the topic of natural bodybuilding because obviously that's not in natural bodybuilding, is it? So, but obviously the physiques aren't impressive, etc. But at the same time, it's also more relatable in a sense because
But I feel like when you then look at natural bodybuilding, though, like the top of the top, like the Keithys, like the Babacars, like all them type of low physiques, the general population don't think they're natty anyway.
yeah,
yeah, I
Just
mean
and they think their goals, like the goals are so they think that like the top natural bodybuilders, their physiques are unrealistic to achieve.
yeah,
But then if they think they're unnatural, then the actual assisted bodybuilders like Samson that are like like 300 pounds on stage, they're just good. It's like the freak of freaks. So you just gotta wanna they're gonna wanna watch the assisted ones because
I
it
was gonna
is
say,
like you go to the circus to watch the freaks
yeah.
in a sense. I think that's
very
why assisted bodybuilding will always, in a sense, be more popular or quote unquote more bit more mainstream than natural bodybuilding.
Yeah, and that's
I
why o open men's is the most, the most watched class, the
Yeah,
most, it's got the most prize money, etc. Because it's, the freak of freaks.
It
yeah.
is
I have
crazy. Like
two
the
takes. Wait, go ahead, Josh.
I was just gonna say it's crazy how the biggest fucking show of the world, the winner gets like a couple hundred grand. Like when you think about how much money goes into bodybuilding with supplements, with PEDs, with like the whole industry, like how popular it is, like actually inside it. Yeah, the biggest bodybuilding show. How many NPC shows is there every year in America that are on every single weekend in every state, and all the money that they're making from that, and the prize money. Like I feel like it's just a bit of a not kicking the balls to bodybuilding. I know it's getting better and better, but when you're thinking about footballers, for example, that are getting paid millions and millions and millions a year, and
Yeah.
there's this transfer, somebody's been bought for 150 mil, the
But that's
best bodybuilder in the
comparative to
world.
how much they bring into the
yeah,
sport, though.
pitfalls are
That's
Yeah.
massive.
very like assimilated to think
To
about
be
the
fair,
revenue that a team like Man City can bring in
Yeah.
across the
Arnold,
entire world. They can
yeah,
afford
I
60
guess there's
million
more
revenue.
people at the fucking Etihad one time, tenfold compared to how many people
yeah,
will probably be at the Olympia as
Yeah.
well. And they play games every weekend and shit. The Olympia happens once a year. But yeah, I feel like it's a difficult one because natural bodybuilding is probably like a football enthusiast watching this is going to be fucking very sexist, but women's football is just not as exciting because
yeah,
like the standard's not as high, so like this feels a bit boring. Like it's not the same standard that you'd usually see, so like it's the same
Yeah.
as like somebody inside bodybuilding who knows it like a lot when they watch natural bodybuilding, they're probably just a bit bored because it's just watered down. It's just like a watered
yeah,
down
yeah,
version of actual
Yeah.
assisted bodybuilding. To the mainstream media, to normal people, natural bodybuilding probably actually kind of looks a bit better, but bodybuilders
It's
fund
yeah.
bodybuilding
As
shows.
soon as they
So
get like introduced into like pro open assisted bodybuilding,
mm,
it's just like a not a joke, but I mean it can be viewed as that just
yeah,
because
yeah,
the size comparatives are so different. Especially then when you like go to like classic and you like have them like crazy proportions like Nas. like them sort of builds is just nuts. What it actually looks like, it just looks like a cartoon.
Yeah.
It is just a real life cartoon.
Yeah, I mean the problem with social media as well is like for a normal person, like you're either natural, sorry, no, you're either like a shit natural or you're enhanced. Like you can never be a good natural, you know.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that's kind of the
That's what people
norm.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult. Like, as I say, the people that fund bodybuilding are the people that are inside the industry, and the people that are in the industry, like, they will prefer to watch open bodybuilding usually.
Yeah.
But then the outside people, they would maybe prefer to see natural bodybuilding because it's a little bit more normal. They don't think it's as, oh, that's disgusting. But that doesn't matter because they're not actually the people that are going to be funding all this bodybuilding stuff, investing in the companies and all that type of shit.
Yeah, I mean every
Like
single year there's more money being put into bodybuilding. Obviously this year as
It's
well.
becoming very popular, like as a whole.
Yep, but th this year as well, obviously, a big change is obviously the UKDFBA, prize money for the amateur show, which is big. Like the winner of the classes get prize money, which is big.
We
That that
expect in like
that
5 years' time to see
I was
like
about to say
money
like
coming into it
year on year on
consistently. Yeah,
year, and like you see it with the Arnolds this year, they've got a 1 million prize pool for both the Arnolds, which is the most it's ever been in bodybuilding history. And I
no, I
assume
think
that
it's 1 mil. It's 1 mil total.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Both shows, so the Ohio and then
Oh
the
yeah,
UK
yeah.
show, yeah,
Sorry.
1 mil for those two shows. But and then the Olympia will obviously feel like they need to match that, and that prize money will be up, etc. Then it will just be like kind of every single year it's getting up. But I can see, in a few years' time, natural bodybuilding having like at least a decent bit of kind of funding behind it, especially with how for example, the MBW show, how that looks, how that's run, the production, the social media coverage of that as well. Like it will only bring in, better sponsors and stuff like this. So I think it will always be literally year on year on year with natural bodybuilding growing as a whole. Personally, I'd once say I think everyone agrees that it will probably never be bigger than hand side, but she's just the reality. But it is like a niche, isn't it? Almost like natural bodybuilding. It's just like a
Yeah.
small niche of people
It's a niche within a niche.
that yeah,
yeah,
literally.
yeah.
Bodybuilding itself is already such a big niche anyway.
Because
With it, like even within the like you have like the fitness industry, and then you have all their like subsections, and bodybuilding is a sub is one of them subsections, and then you've got natural bodybuilding, which is an even smaller one
I
within
guess like
that. So it's
yes,
so
natural
small.
bodybuilding is growing, but then you think about how fucking popular your High Rocks and CrossFit and all that
yeah,
shit's got recently. Like it's not
Yeah.
even
yeah.
comparable. Everyone on the
But
fucking mod does High Rocks now, and that is all
Doesn't
very popular.
but
doesn't
it's also
Sinai
because and you go.
doesn't Reese's partner Sinai didn't she do high rocks as well now? She
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. But at the
yeah.
same
bodybuilding High
time,
Rocks.
it's also because how easy, not how easy and high rocks is, but like, you know,
Inclusive.
You can just jump into High Rocks just as if it's a football game. You can't do that by bodybuilding show.
yeah, but like obviously a bodybuilding show takes more, fucking discipline, etc. It's harder, like, and especially like, see if you don't compete in natural bodybuilding, like you couldn't say to someone, name a natural federation, like before I competed, I couldn't tell you a single natural bodybuilding federation.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it is
So
very small when you think about it, which is
yeah,
again, it's a good thing because it's not watered down with just tons of shite. You
true.
see that coming through a little bit more now. But again, you do get better competitors with that as well. But I think
Yeah,
they should just, yeah, put loads of prize money into it so we can all make loads of money.
me too. I agree.
Bodybuilding will also just never be mainstream, in my opinion, for two reasons. And that's A, people don't actually like all the muscle. Like they think it looks disgusting.
Yeah.
And two, look at what we're actually doing. People don't want to look at men or women in like basically naked on stage, oiled up.
Yeah,
Like it
Yeah.
sounds like I'm making a joke of it, but that's generally what it comes across to, like the normal
Yeah.
public.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Oh
we'll
no,
My
post a
mum
photo of our glutes on our story, and everyone that's in the bodybuilding like sort of scene will be like, "Oh fuck, that's epic," and then the people that are like maybe friends from school, they'll be like,
Yeah,
what the fuck
What are
is
you
that?
I
posting?"
have a post with Lewis, like a collab post, and I don't post my glutes because well, I won't ever plan on until I actually lean. But Lewis had his glutes out and it was soft as well as peak off season, and I got like 53 shares. It showed me how many
Oh,
shares I put.
okay,
So
now.
obviously just everyone, because my account's not even like a gym account from like separate. It's literally what I had from like T7 or like first year in school.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, it's
what
shares.
about all the all the old gay guys that comment that they like my fucking like my physique?
Yeah,
That's
they
some
They need more of them in the world to get the
that's
bodybuilding going.
some story because because my like leanest body part has always been my glutes.
Yeah.
My glutes
Yeah.
always just get stripped out, and I remember during my prep, I was still in college when I prepped, and my like lecturers and shit followed me. All my like my people that I went to school with all followed me, and I just milked my glutes throughout my entire prep. So I just always remember, like ever since I started posting my glutes, they always were just weird for obvious
Mm.
reasons. And so it's just always, I think it's a very person dependent what you post. But I had a lot of like, obviously my auntie follows me on Instagram. I'm just there like posting
Yeah.
like my glutes and
You
whatnot, or like
forget
on
that a lot of the time.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
or
forget
like
that a
on
lot
like
of the time.
Christmas. On Christmas when I'm doing like a Christmas tree post, I posted mine from prep, but it was like the pullback one where you like get your erectors up, but then like my
Yeah.
glutes obviously in that, and then I'm seeing her late that evening, and I'm like, oh shit, she's just seen my arse earlier today. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
I
it's
was
about
thinking, see how like these people are like, mate, I'll pay you 500 quid for like a minute of you posing. Do you
Mm.
ever think that at bodybuilding shows, these people just literally buy a ticket to go in there and sit and watch it? I like not
oh,
actually. Maybe
100%,
maybe there has been somebody in the crowd that stroked their shit during a bodybuilding show. That'll be interesting.
100%.
Yeah.
But do you think there's guys there that aren't there to support anyone and they're literally just there to enjoy
Yeah,
watching
probably.
people,
Yeah.
especially they're there for the teens going mental?
Josh Campbell.
Yeah, oh, come on, mate. More of
So I
that,
know
please.
because I've never been to a show, and because and like if I've ever like watched like a female class, I've never viewed it in like a
yeah,
sexual way ever.
never.
But
Yeah.
there's definitely some people that go in there only just to watch it for that.
Yeah, like not to support a family member, and like there's some old fucking strange pedo that is just sat
Woman's
there
wellness.
getting pure buzzing, aye. Because there's so many of them on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like literally message requests fucking daily about that
Mate,
shit or
Yeah.
comments.
Or about like
remember
buying my posing trunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
remember the
So many
post of
got
mine? They got like a few thousand shares. Like the comments in that is like, fuck, that's my
literally
worst type of
crazy.
human being. The worst type of human being on planet Earth is the gay people who feel the need to
The
comment
gay
on my
people.
Instagram.
The gay
Gay
people.
people.
I'm gonna cut that and post it as a
Oh,
reel.
No, but why did he feel a need to comment? Like, you
nah.
know what I'm
Mate, gay
saying?
Oh,
people are like mad fucking open and horny as shit. Like they'll just say whatever they want publicly.
Josh,
Like
do you remember he made Ball's milkshake?
yes, he made
What?
Paul's
What?
milkshake.
I was awful. I was just doing a posing round and like my bulge was out and the whole comments was oh he made Ball's milkshake and Josh
Like
he made Ball's milkshake.
these
These
foreign people talking about how he's just made him spunk. He made Paul's milkshake.
Jesus.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah, mate. There's some wild comments that you get, and you just
I
go
never
onto their
trust
page and you're
anyone
just
in like
like, how are you even real?
Yeah.
Honestly.
I never
If
trust the
somebody messages you and
DMs.
you're like, it's
Yeah.
always like, oh yeah, mate, you look good. What's your height? Or what's your weight? And then they start asking you pure weird questions. Like, fuck
How
off,
smelly are your toes?
man. Shut
Oh,
up.
I had a
Tell me.
the other week I had someone message me in like Romanian, so I just used ChatGPT to just Google translate the entire conversation. But it ended up asking how many times I washed my posing trunks and like where I
Mm,
store them and stuff like that, and like how do you like look after them? And he
uh,
was just like grilling me in Romanian for like 20 minutes just about like my
fucking
posing trunks. It's
pictures
just like
falling off post prepping.
Oh yeah.
He's now just
I
messaging cunts.
I've just saw this. I just saw
Posing
this.
trunks.
Like 740,000 views on a
Fucking hell.
check-in, and
That's what
it's
I'm
got
saying though. Like that would have been put on gay old men's
Yeah,
algorithm.
that's on
740,000.
a gay.
700,000 of them are gay old men that like looking at bodybuilders. That's
Someone
crazy.
spunked over those photos, Brandon.
100%.
there's
got
definitely loads of like
He
think about the
included.
amount of Reddit pages that are just like dedicated to this.
Yeah, or like big AI
to be
fucking
fair,
fake versions of big giant cunts.
it's only front shots, so you can't see mass. So
Mm.
Really?
Just that.
Yeah,
I
but you
used to have
can.
it
this is
when
just the
your right ball was hanging out all the time.
mate.
Oh,
I've
these are great, mate.
Uh,
I've
These
literally
are
sent
banging.
probably double-digit check-ins to Josh with like one of my balls just hanging out.
It was that one you put up like what a few weeks ago,
Yeah,
and
so
I reposted it in my story, and then I went back on Instagram like 10 minutes later, and I was like, why is that not there? Because it usually says like, oh, upload failed, And then you just put a message in the group chat, boys, my boss were hanging out for 12 hours.
Yeah, it was literally up for the whole day, so
Oh.
Incredible.
yeah, gotta
Wonderful,
love
guys. Wonderful. I don't think
it.
I've got any, I don't know if I've got any valuable questions left. Roy,
No,
I've
what
me,
got
I've got one. I have one more question from Finley, and it's just how much GH have you rammed up your ass? And that's the only one he's asked
mm,
me.
you
there you go.
need to trial it out. See
No,
how much you can do.
I'd never pinned my ass, so never
Yeah, neither.
haven't explored that one yet.
Where do you usually pin your doubt?
I do delt, rear delt, trap, lat, and chest.
There you
Jake,
go.
are you still got plans in future to go on
Yeah, when you get
Uh,
your butts done next?
EDs or
I was
what?
gonna get it done while I was deloading right now, but I'm gonna wait like another 12 weeks because I feel pretty fine and I'm only
Yeah.
gonna get like a hormone panel. I'm not gonna get a full like comprehensive blood
Yeah,
test.
would it be
But
worth
Where
just
did
spending like 30 quid just to get like a testosterone check on, just looking
yeah,
small
that's what I'm
hormonal?
gonna do.
I
But
mean,
Yeah,
long term, I think so because it's like it's what I find interesting.
Hmm.
yeah, fair enough.
it's also
But
way more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I've like we were discussing this also in the podcast, but like how Megaton goes about the process, like the cunts has fucking 4 off plans in 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like he just loves the process, and like that's obviously the same with you, Jake. But I'll be getting my bloods done in
Oh,
12 weeks
he's
time as
had
well.
plenty
So
more off plans.
I was gonna say I don't know about
Jake's
four.
had fucking triple digit
Jake.
croissants.
Yeah,
4 off
I'm
plans
not
last week.
that bad. Guys, I'm not that bad since coming, mate, like the last fucking
Aye,
year.
because you knocked them all out in Copenhagen,
I
like.
was about to say that since Copenhagen.
Me, you ate the exact same shite as me in
I
Copenhagen.
did not. I didn't go to
Uh,
the Thai places with you.
yeah, but you guess what you got? You got the
Uh,
sandwich.
Or 7-Elevens.
You
Yeah.
I
spent
think
20 quid on the big sandwich.
when you
Sam
get
or
But the pre-workout meal.
yeah,
Jake, when you get back from Japan, surely you're just gonna be on plan for ages. Oh
Uh,
wait, no, because Arnold's like 2 weeks after.
this is what I'm thinking. I might go to Arnold's, but then time on plan's valuable, but it's also
Yeah,
into the fucking Arnold's. That would be
Mate,
yeah.
you can go to the Arnold's
and
and be on plan.
I'm going to the Arnold's as well anyway. So
Are
I'm
you?
bringing my
Sick.
scales to
yeah,
Japan, my body weight scales, so I'm not going to be
Yeah.
fine.
Mate, scales are fucking so hard to find over there, so may as well do that.
Yeah,
But
but
you'll
then,
be getting spilly when you're over there anyway, so it's fine.
nah, what the fuck, 30K steps.
I've
There you
got
go.
questions, but like they're pretty long ones, and I do need to boost. We'll be leaving for next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, we'll leave him for next week. But
Cool.
yeah, that's a wrap on that episode. Actually, we won't have an episode next week because we'll be in Loughborough, so we'll wait till the week after. So
Yeah.
just
Fucking in person number,
I'm down. I'm
or
down.
we'll figure something
or
out.
Yeah,
is it next weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. Next weekend. What is it? When we heading back? Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Third. So okay, yeah. Anyway, this weekend we've got the Naturals Eat Me Up. So yeah, look out for that. All the content that will be around that.
yeah.
But
Mega
that
reels
is all.
incoming.
Yeah, mega news. But that is all from us.
Wait, Josh, are you going down with Brandon, or are you going separate?
Well, I'll be heading down
Separate.
on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Noah and I
Oh,
are
okay.
going this Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
All
wouldn't
good.
be going Ultraflex with either Leo or Brandon then?
No.
No.
No, we'll be at TPC.
Yeah.
Goodbye, people.
Sorted.